Good evening. Again, my name is Hector Lopez. I have 7 years experience. And I look forward to working with you. Originally from New Jersey, been here for about 7, 8 years. And used to be in the trash business, but decided to manage properties and deal with board members and residents alike. So I'm looking forward to working here. I've had a lot of experience in some good, some bad, as far as managing a property. I've seen a lot of disruption and a lot of cohesive board members too. So I'm looking forward to tackling all the problems that we have here, and I'm looking forward to working with the board and serving you, the residents. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our last workshop, we had a presentation from a collection agency. As you guys know, we're having a problem with our outstanding deficiency of the association's fees and costs. I think the last one we received was $350,000 in unpaid maintenance. And we need to do something about the problem.
I just kind of have to weigh in on this because when I heard the guy's presentation, I really got up about it. They have wonderful credentials. The idea sounded pretty good to me. But then I went back and I looked at the delinquency list, and I just want to point out a couple things that I don't know if y'all have thought about. But once the account is over 90 days, it's still going to go to the attorney, correct?
Well, not if we hire these people, absolutely not. Why would we incur 2 costs? That makes no sense.
But he said once it's over 90 days, they're done with it. This is how he explained it.
As a new account, if we're taking that account and sending it to them, then the attorney step would be delayed until they've exhausted their 5 collection attempts. And then it will go to the attorneys.
Which I thought that their 5 was over within the 90-day period.
Well, for the new people, for the old accounts, because some of our old accounts aren't with the attorneys that need to go, we've been holding off to save that money.
Okay.
So those are the accounts that would go first to them, and then after the 5 attempts, then they'll go to the attorneys, so we'll have to pay them.
Okay. But what I'm looking at here is our list of this is as of January. This is the latest one I have, so of course it's a little bigger now for the month of February. But what we have of our debt on this, as of the end of January, we had $423,000 some odd dollars. But $321,000 of that is already over 90 days. So what these new people would be targeting is only the difference there, which is only around $100,000.
No, on
the debt.
No.
And so are they going to go after the people that are already with the attorney?
No. Everybody who's 90 days is not automatically with the attorneys. There's lots of them that are 90 days that are not. So they should be, but a lot of them are not with the attorneys.
Oh, okay, because when he was talking about it, he was saying that after 90 days, then you want to send it to the attorney because you want to get, you got to exercise your lien rights.
He's probably talking about a new account, so that's the way it should go. And once we get things under control, that's probably the way it's going to start going. Unfortunately, when the attorneys get these accounts, that's the reason why. Because some accounts owe so much money, we kept saying to ourselves, how's that possible? Because when we have to pay $5,000 to send one person to the attorneys with no reserves, we can't do that with 475 units. So a lot of people who owed money got to wait for long periods of time. So we have a lot of cases that are over 90 days that are going to be sent to these collection people because we just can't afford to send to the attorneys and take up all of our money to collect God knows what. It's cheaper for us to send for $10 to collect something, and then if we can't, then send it over. So a lot of those 90-day accounts will be going to the collection agency.
Okay, all right, that answers that. Now, the other thing I was thinking of on this, just thinking about it, and I've talked to, a few people, most people that aren't paying, it isn't that they don't want to pay, in this economy, you understand why a lot of people aren't paying.
Well, I don't agree with you with that, because I can tell you, I could use my money to pay other things, but some people don't prioritize, and they don't see paying.
Well, that's true of some people.
I know a lot of people in our association who feel paying the association is secondary to everything else, and they choose not to pay us, and they pay other things instead of paying the association. So we need to recondition them that just like they pay their mortgage, their maintenance is right up there.
So, well, here's what I was thinking was, if you could, maybe before we go into spending any money, if we could get together a panel of homeowners you know, with a board overseer or whatever, and maybe speak to people, you know, that are in this condition, and set up some kind of a payment plan for them, because sometimes people get so far behind then they stop paying. But if you say to them, look, we will set aside your late fees if you will start paying your maintenance every month, your maintenance and assessments every month, and a portion of what you owe us every month. If you default on that agreement, then we will add these late charges back in, and you will be, you know, sent through the regular process.
That's already being done.
But you have a lot of people. It is?
Yeah, it's already being done. And we cannot, we feel sorry for everybody that is having hard times. But when we get our bills in the mail every day, we have to pay them. We just signed a check to the cable company for $11,000 per month. We have to pay, they're getting these services in their unit for free. We're paying everybody's water every month. We cannot tell, and we get a fee. It's like $700 is the late fee they charge us if we don't pay on time. So we cannot say, okay, people can't afford to pay. They have to pay, or they need to make payment arrangements. They got to do something, or they need to get out, because we cannot keep supporting them, because then all of us are going to go there.
I make a motion that we go with the collection agency.
How much is that going to cost?
$10 an account.
How many accounts?
All right, all in favor by show of hands?
An account is every month. It's not
Four?
She did that.
All right, the motion is approved. We have 2 employees that are really, really outstanding, and I am recommending that the board give them an increase in pay. Now I know I'm gonna hear.
Yeah, right.
Well, if we're trying to save money, how are we going to give an increase? I'm talking about $1 an hour, because it's nothing but, you know what? It'll make them feel a little better. It's going to show them our appreciation, and we don't want to lose them. I mean, until we can do better.
You want to pay me?
I'm sorry?
I said, I'd like to feel better too. You want to pay me?
Well, I definitely feel better too, so you guys should pay me. So, right. Any board members have any questions? I'm talking about Javier, and I'm talking about Teresa.
I make a motion that we give Javier.
We can't hear you. Well, we're discussing right now before you start your motion.
You don't want me to make a motion?
We're discussing
All right,
now.
fine.
And then you discuss the motion.
Javier and Teresa.
Then there's discussion on the motion.
About 3 months, but she's only making $12 an hour for what she does.
I make a motion that we increase $1 an hour salary of Javier and Teresa.
Do we have a second?
I second.
All in favor, by show of hands. And I think people are taking the board's kindness as weakness, but I want to make it sure it's absolutely clear to all homeowners. 1, you're not even allowed to speak to staff, you're not allowed to order them around, address them, and you definitely will not be allowed to touch them or anybody else on this property.